welcome to my portfolio site. This is a site for Genco Designs. I have themed this towards football, as you can tell. It's got football graphics, even my logo's football related. I got a little graphic up here, this headline, and information about my football likings, and then what I do as far as design. And I've done this themed football because I want to go into NFL design. I want to hopefully one day work for an NFL team on their design staff, either working on their website and doing stuff for them. Now I have pages, my home field, my statistics page, which is like my about page, a playbook, which is of course my portfolio, then a page called Call to Play, which is a contact page. My statistics page is pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a picture of me, a little short information about me, a little more information, a couple paragraphs about who I am, personal passions, a little graphic on the side, a link to my Facebook design page, Twitter account, Instagram account, and Etsy account. And my playbook, we'll get into that here in a second. And then the Call to Play page is my contact page. Here's some quick information, got an email, again, more links to my social media, and then a contact form where you can fill it out and submit it for me to contact you back. Now, as for my playbook, obviously, you can see the spiral bound over here. It looks like an actual book, and I have the thumbnails of my work here. This is graphic design work and web design work. The graphic design is some of it's for digital output, and some of it is actually for print production. A little information here about whatever one you have clicked on. See, if you click on them, they will change like that, and you can roll over them and have them change. And then in the preview, you can either click on the photo or click here to view larger, and it will bring up a larger screenshot of the photo. You can click out here. That's the basics of it. And then here's links to the actual sites that are websites. These up here in the top are website for Paula Scheer, and then Sweet Southern Sound, which is a local band website. You have it here. Then there is a fantasy football sign-up sheet that's actually live, and you can fill out this PHP form and submit it in. And so looking at my designs individually, I have like I said, bluegrass band that's here locally. I've done a website for them. This is actually a church website that it's not live actually right now, but this is one I've done in the past that I've worked on, and a website for Paula Scheer, which it's a Flash website I actually built in my Flash class. And like I said, this is PHP form that I built for fantasy football. Another site for the White River Wolves. And this is an email design for a newsletter, Colts newsletter, for an event that they would be hosting. This was, I think, last year. This is a web app for, you could win Super Bowl tickets for free entry with every purchase, and has the NFL and the Beats official sponsors. My logo, Genco Designs, and I added the football in there. And here's a mobile app design for Sonic. I made vector illustrations of a hamburger and a coney, which are the two top selling Sonic products. And then the menu's kind of creative, uses the mustard and the mustard splat at the bottom, and then the Sonic logo, of course. And it's a mobile app design with a character to go with that. Logo design, ESPN cover. Done this in my print production class for an actual 8-page spread newsletter. And then a fall festival invitation, graphic illustration of the Hilton Hotel in downtown Indianapolis. I worked on that in my digital layout media class, and I used Adobe Illustrator to actually design an illustration representation of the photo, which I thought was pretty cool. And this is a logo for VBS that I had this summer, which is a Camping for Christ. It's like a Vacation Bible School logo that I designed for my church. A print invitation to a birthday party with kids prom theme. And this one is an NFL design for NFL kickoff. Let me make it bigger here. And it's a Ravens versus Broncos kickoff for the NFL show at a local bar and grill with, advertisement for the half price wings and happy hour. And I've done this little NFL logo here, altered to 2013 kickoff, with a half a football image in there. And I made that design specifically in InDesign, made for print production. This right here is a diagram I did in Illustrator of the inside of a peach, and I used vector mesh to make the different colors of the inside and the outside of the peach, as well as the seed and the pit of the peach. And I made that diagram, like I said, in Illustrator with vector mesh. This is a princess party invitation, another invitation for a kids party, which is Hello Kitty. You got the Hello Kitty silhouette and on the outside outline of her, and also the information on the inside. Okay, and that goes over my portfolio work, and I have the sites that are listed here where you can actually open them up, and you can see that this is, it's got rollover links and, their calendar and blog, a music page, media page, contact page. This is the most dynamic site that I have used. It's got a music player you can start here. It has their music and a little equalizer. I made that in Flash, actually. And you go to their media page, and it has YouTube videos linked here, some photos on the side, and their music page. There's an even bigger music player on their music. And Paula Scheer's side is actually strictly, as you can see, it's strictly in Flash. And a little information about her style, and then there's examples of her work, her awards, and my take on Paula Scheer. I had to add that in there, and then there's the sports, the sports sign-up sheet. Here you can submit the information, and it will create a league for you together. So that's really my portfolio. I wanted to do something themed because, like I said, I want to go into NFL design. I wanted to show that I had not only the want to and the desire to go into NFL design, because I love NFL football, I love the NFL. I mean, I know so much about it, and I just want to make my passion my career, and that's where I'm headed right now. And I understand that I have to be driven, and I have to be passionate not only about football, but I have to be passionate about my work as well. I've gained experience, as you can see, through these projects, through school and through local organizations, freelancing work. I've made a lot of print production around where I'm at for local businesses and different things. And I am skilled with Adobe, the Creative Suite. I use a lot of Illustrator and Photoshop and Dreamweaver and all kinds of Adobe products. And of course, I have knowledge in HTML, the new HTML5 and CSS. And I even work with Flash, like you can see on the music site that I did, and PHP forms and stuff like that, as well as mobile applications, which I know is all the new, and that's definitely where most companies want to head. They want to get their company out on mobile and social media and everything. And I have experience working in all of it. As well, I know that every company needs to have a good presence on social media, so I have experience in getting companies and online presence established as well as their social media presence. And so I definitely would think that I have the skills and tools needed to do the job and do the job effectively. As well, I have the passion and the drive and the determination that goes along with that to be able to be driven to success, and to remember that football is not just a sport, it's the brand and it's the identity that you want to get pushed out there. So I know that it'll take a lot to, you're talking about a huge company when you talk about an NFL company, but I feel like I have the tools and the skills to be able to work as a team with the other members of the design team to be able to push the brand of the team and get it in the face of the fans, and I understand what the fans really need.